Okay, so this video is going to be entitled What Not to Believe on YouTube. For those of you that are thinking about repairing a Ford Escape, like this one, that's a 2004 Ford Escape. My neighbor had it up for sale, and I figured, hey, for 500 bucks, cheap winter vehicle, four-wheel drive, I thought, hey, I'll get it. But he told me that it had an alternator problem. So I decided to get into repairing the alternator, and you go on YouTube and it says, heck, you can just unbolt a lot of stuff right in here, especially in this area here, and they say you can slide it up through there. Hogwash. I've spent a better part of 8 hours today taking this thing apart, and let me tell you, it's been no panic or no fun whatsoever. As you can see, turn around here, I've pretty much taken apart the whole front end assembly. I've also unbolted the chassis right there and down there. I've jacked it apart. You can see a socket's holding it apart in there, hopefully. And I managed to push it down far enough that I could reach up and unbolt most of the stuff. The big problem was that the upper part of this alternator has a bolt that runs through into the engine. The problem is that when you undo that bolt, the shaft still sticks there. So as you slide this down, it doesn't give you enough clearance to get it off of this mount on the, so you, like if you look from here, it's not, like it basically almost just about comes out, and then you've got threads here holding on. And this piece is on the back. So for those people who say you can take it up there, up the top, forget it, that ain't gonna work. Save yourself a lot of time, dismantle it the way I've done, undo that bolt over there, which is to the chassis, undo that one. Probably could undo the other ones to give you a little bit more room. And what I'm going to do in order to put it back is on the top of the engine right now, there sits a long bolt that the alternator hangs on. I'm going to take a pair of vice grips, grab hold of it, spin it out, and then what I'll do is when I'm putting the alternator back in, I'll put the shaft in, thread it in, and then I'll use the nut to tighten it up. This is by far the nastiest job I have ever done. I've been working on cars all my life, and I finished this job an hour ago, went and had a shower. I was covered in grease from head to toe. It was a horrible, horrible, nasty job. Something I would honestly consider throwing a stick of TNT to this thing when I was done. I'm hoping the ownership of this car doesn't turn out to be like this for the rest of the time I own it. But for 500 bucks, I got a day's work into it. Oh, wait. That was 8 hours to take it off. I got to put it back together now. So, just so you know, don't believe everything you see on YouTube. There is one guy, actually a mechanic, who's on YouTube who talks about how he took it apart the way I did. That's what I went back to when I started having problems trying to take it out the top. I went back to his video, and that was the best one I found. So, for all you YouTubers, man, trust me, this was the best way to deal with this.